Hello, YouTube. How's it going today? How was your Sunday? What did you do today? We went to the movies. We saw Beekeeper. It did not look like it was going to be that great of a movie, but I still wanted to see it. And it was not brilliant cinema for sure, but it was definitely entertaining. And the next movie we want to see is Madame Web. Have any of you guys seen Madame Web yet? And if so, what did you think about it? I see I already have friends in the chat. How fun. Lisa's here, Lori, and Sina. Hello. And hey, Gary, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Today I'm excited to do a video on a coach named Richmond. I don't know how to say his last name. It's spelled Vinh. And if you were at my last Russell Brunson video, you might remember I stopped at a picture of someone. I said, I think that's Richard. Richard's a business coach. No, it's Richmond. I was close. It's Richmond, not Richard. So you guys might remember that. But this guy is named Richmond, and he it seems to be a big business coach who Russell Brunson's Russell Brunson's click funnels. And in this webpage, we will see reference. What am I trying to say? We will see Richmond standing there with a big click funnels to Comma Club award plaque. So it's interesting, always interesting to see the crossovers of business coaches. Yay, Mr. Ranger Lab, hello, nice to see ya. And Anastasia, hello. How's it going? Yay, I have friends. Okay, I thought this was fun because he has a course where he's teaching us how to create our own course in only 5 days. And I feel like a lot of what I'm going to say today is going to be at least slightly based off of all my learnings from Danielle Ryan, because she knows all about this stuff. She is so knowledgeable. I always listen to all of her replays while I'm working. So yeah, like I'm going to cite Danielle Ryan now. And if I know that something I'm saying I learned directly from Danielle, then I'll make sure to cite her whenever I can. Oh, hey! Nate's making hamburgers. Awesome. Nice to see you. I called you Nate. Neil, not Nate. Neil is making hamburgers. Nice to see ya. Okay, so this is Richmond. He has a 5-day course creation challenge. He gives coaches and experts the simplest way to create their signature online course without needing to be a whiz with tech. So that's what we're doing. A course telling us how to create our own course. And he literally calls himself the coach's coach. The coach's coach. What does that sound like to you? Coaches coaching other coaches how to coach coaches. I feel like this is a course teaching other people how to create a course that teaches other people how to create a course, and so on and so forth. Nate is my uncle, Neil says. So here's Richmond. And I guess I don't know who these people are. Maybe they are people from one of his masterminds, but they're all dressed the same except for two women who are wearing black tank tops. But they're all dressed exactly the same in a big, lovely house because Richmond is very wealthy because of his course that teaches others how to create a course. Join the challenge now. I want 5 days of training, live coaching, and accountability from day 1 to 5. Okay, so here it says take the 5-day course creation challenge, and then there's a bunch of little points here. Ever thought about creating your own online course but didn't know where to start? Are you unsure of how to structure it or sell it? Do you worry the course you'd create wouldn't be any good? Well, that's fair, because if we have no background in creating courses and different training materials, like how are we going to know how to do it? Because I'm sure people have to do like training to know how to actually put together courses and know how to like create a curriculum for someone. It's not something, in my opinion, if you want to do it well, it's not something you can learn how to do in just 5 days like Richmond is telling us. Like teachers, they go to school to learn how to create curriculum. Does the thought of creating one make you feel overwhelmed? Or do you think this will take too long and be too expensive? Do you want to learn how to create a sellable course at breakneck speed that creates impact for your clients and sells like hotcakes? Why do we need to create a course at breakneck speed? I feel like if Danielle Ryan were here, she would tell us that to create a high quality course does not mean quick. We should be planning out what we want to teach, what kind of actual tangible value we want to provide our clients, and take our time to create a high quality course that's priced reasonably and that's worth the price we choose. Do you want direct web access to experts who can help you with your course design, content, production, structure, and answer any questions you have? Do you want, we already read that. Do you want a proven step-by-step method to transform your coaching business by creating a foundational course in as little as 5 days? So we're addressing all of this in a 5-day challenge, apparently, where our uncertainty around structure, feeling overwhelmed, creating a sellable course at breakneck speed, we're addressing all of this in only 5 days, apparently. Join Richmond for the 5-day course creation challenge. Wow. Okay, Mr. Ranger Lab. Oh, fast food, restaurant, or self-cooked. Okay, Mr. Ranger Lab, you said you had burgers for lunch. So did you make them yourself? Of course, it's at breakneck speed. Get the money and run, right? It's not like we should be taking our time and carefully planning out exactly how we want our course to look. So there's Richmond again. He has a 0.1 sweatshirt on. That's one of his programs, I guess. We're not going to look at that today. His 5-day course creation challenge is occurring in 6 days, 20 hours, and 52 minutes. Hey, Richmond. Creating your signature foundational course as a coach will allow you to better serve your clients, free up your time, and create another stream of revenue that is scalable. In the MLM world, scalable usually means that it can grow quickly without you having to put in a significant amount of time and effort. And courses is not that, because say you create an actually like high quality course, say it takes you a couple of months to finalize or 6 months, and you put it up on your website or your Facebook or whatever, you can't just leave it and expect it to continue selling. It's not a passive stream of income if you have to continually promote it and advertise it and like create a website for it and update it constantly. Like that's not a scalable / passive stream of income, in my opinion. And business coaches always like to say that, oh, just create it once and then it will continue to sell. I think we saw the LinkedIn, Sarah Robbins was telling us about, was it LinkedIn? She kept saying post, or Pinterest. She was like saying, pin it, forget about it, and be paid forevermore. Do you guys remember that? I think I called it how to misuse Pinterest for your business. And that's not true. In any social media, you can't just post one video, one post, expect it to go viral, and expect that you don't need to do any other work to maintain your viewership. I think that's a load of bullshit. Okay. Self-cooked with a slice of onion on top while they were cooking. Then cheese melted with mustard. Yummy. Lori's getting hungry. And this is just 90 minutes per day. It's not even 5 full days, guys. Time sensitive. In just 90 minutes per day, this 5-day live and highly interactive challenge will give you the exact step-by-step method to create your foundational digital course without complicated tech or equipment. So we're addressing overwhelm, we're addressing insecurity around our ability to create a high-quality course, we're addressing lack of technical skills. We're actually creating a course in 5 days at 90 minutes per day. How are you actually going to achieve all of that 90 minutes a day for one work week? Right, Lori? Isn't that so strange? Why am I getting annoyed? It's just so dishonest. It's so deceitful. Like you're telling us you're going to achieve all of this. You're going to address all of this. No, you're not. You're not going to address all of that in 5 90-minute sessions, sir. You're not. You're not. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Top organic marketing expert reveals how to supercharge your coaching business by creating your digital course in 5 days, even if you feel like you're not ready. It's not complicated and it works like clockwork. The only thing you need is a computer with internet access and about 5 days of your time. That's not true. Because if someone has zero technical know-how, if someone doesn't know how to turn on a computer, if someone, maybe they have low literacy levels, maybe they grew up with dyslexia or a learning disability that made it hard for them to learn how to read. What if someone speaks English as a second language? What if someone doesn't know how to research? What if someone doesn't know how to design things on the computer? Like, there's a lot that goes into creating something digitally, right? Shouldn't there be coding too? Because you're going to need someone to actually, like, oh, you click this button, and it takes you to the certain page where you put in this answer, and your answer on page 2 impacts a question on page 12, right? So when you need someone to code as well, I don't understand. I'm like flinging around my hands because I'm getting annoyed. More courses at breakneck speed? Sure, why not, right? You need weeks to collect the material and source what you're teaching, but I guess in these courses, it's not about substance. Organic, certified organic. Let me move my cords off of my laptop and I want to Google what organic marketing is. Organic marketing. Is this it? Organic marketing is a long-term digital marketing strategy that allows companies to build brand awareness, engage, and entertain leads using non-paid tactics such as SEO, blog posts, USG, guest posts, video content, social media marketing, email marketing, etc. I don't know what SEO, I don't know what that means. What does SEO mean, friends? SEO definition. Do you guys know what SEO means? Search engine optimization. And there's another one there. What was the other thing? USG. What is USG? Do you guys know what USG is in relation to marketing? Oh, user-generated content? Is that what that is? Yeah, DC. Hi, DC. How's it going? So, yeah, SEO is search engine optimization, and USG is that user-generated content. USG marketing. Okay. How do I share this? So I don't like doing Google searches when my screen is being shared. In marketing, we define customers' opinions as user-generated content, USG. Moreover, and even more importantly, 50% of people trust user-generated content more than any other type of marketing or media, and USG is 35% more memorable than any other type of content that you may have up on your website. Okay, I don't really understand what that means. The user's opinions are user-generated content. Either way, this guy claims to be an expert in organic marketing, user-generated content, and search engine optimization. I can't speak. So it is a term, just that it's so made up in reference to the subject, right? Yes, user-generated content. I don't know any of this stuff. Oh, Jolene. Hey, Jolene. How's it going? Nice to see you. And Jolene's having some leftover chili spaghetti. Yummy. I hope you enjoy yourself. Hope you like it. In a recent Danielle Ryan stream, she was talking about what was it? Was it her like chill and chit chat stream? She was talking about how she's aware of certain coaching groups where people will exchange testimonials back and forth, and they'll be like, if you write a testimonial for my coaching business, I'll write one for yours, and you kind of like switch back and forth. And so I never knew that was a thing. I never knew that these kinds of coaches could potentially be falsifying, making up their positive testimonials. Just super interesting. So that's a new perspective when we're looking at these. We'll only look at a few. Are these actually true? There's no way to verify if these are true or if Richmond actually just made this little screenshot himself. It wouldn't take that long and made a little circle to show how amazing he actually is, right? 8 booked sales in 7 days. Richmond is #boss. I am in. I made it within 10 days following Richmond Din's teaching. 4 weeks now, I have 8 paying clients. It is amazing. Let me focus on signing another new client like all of you. Thank you for the motivation. And then there's a little shocked face there. Hello, Tori. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we've talked about that on this channel where we're like, is this real? Did you just write it? I remember when we were looking at the Fraser Brooks AI course, we were saying, oh, did AI write these? Did AI write these, Fraser, or did you? Create your signature. Why is it so repetitive? You said this in like 10 different spots, Richmond. Better serve your clients, grow your coaching business. However, if we wanted to better serve our clients, we would not spend only 5 days with 5 90-minute sessions writing our course. We would do, like Sina said, to spend several weeks collecting our material, editing, designing, coding, proofreading everything. I imagine that creating a reasonably high quality course would take several months. It would not take 5 days. What do you think? Hey, my name's Richmond. Hey, Richmond, I do like your name. It's a pretty cool and unique name. I don't think I've ever met someone named Richmond before. I'm in a pretty good spot lately with my coaching business. Of course you are, because you're the coach's coach. Last year, my business crossed the $2 million a year mark. I've helped 1,200 coaches generate $30 million in sales and made hundreds of thousands selling from stage. I am a father of 3 amazing girls and a husband to my even more amazing wife, Penny. Cute. That's nice of you to say. That's sweet. Right? If the course was taught by Richmond's 3 adorable kids, I would buy it. For sure, for sure. Beautiful, cute family. So, again, I learned this from Danielle Ryan. She has said that when people say 6 figures, I am a 6-figure coach, I'm a $1 million coach, makes it seem like it's a yearly event or that the person is making $100,000 a year, but it's not necessarily true. It could be maybe they made $100,000 that year in revenue. It could be they made that much over the course of their entire coaching business. So what did he say up here? 2 million a year mark. Could be that's just revenue. It could be he hit the $2 million one year 5 years ago and then never actually hit it again. So when we see claims like that, we need to be skeptical and ask questions and assume they might be exaggerating just a little bit. Now, obviously, I wasn't always known as the coach's coach, as so many of my fellow coaches like to call me. It took some effort. There are times when you feel like you've hit a brick wall, so you're forced to figure out how to get past it. You can break it, climb over it, go around it, then you find the solution and you keep going, just to find a new wall somewhere down the line. And you might end up questioning yourself, wondering, what's wrong with me? If that sounds familiar, welcome to my world not so long ago. Of course, everyone in MLM, every business coach needs a time when they were struggling, when they didn't know how to advance their business, and it shows that Richmond was struggling kept hitting a brick wall, and then he eventually was able to persevere past it, and now he's a $2 million a year coach. It's just like MLM. I think that courses on becoming a coach is a pretty saturated market. Brilliant. Just because you create a course doesn't mean anyone is going to buy it. Yes, the idea of demand, the supply is there. There are various choices of different kinds of coaches you could pick, but do we actually have enough people who want to spend several hundred, several $1,000s on a course to teach us how to create courses that teach others how to create courses? My argument would be no, but I don't know. So it's a course for coaches to learn how to coach coaches. Got it. He doesn't actually tell us. But I'm assuming it's a course that teaches us how to create a course that teaches others how to create a course, and so on and so forth. Before I was successful, I was coaching from my laundry room in a small apartment with loads of debt and a new baby on the way. Of course, rags to riches, just like MLM, right? He was coaching from a laundry room. He started from nothing, just like us, and look where he is now. He's made $2 million a year in his coaching business. Nothing wrong with a small apartment. Lots of people are pleased and excited when they're able to move out and be independent financially. Even if they lived in a tiny apartment, it's their home. It's what they're able to afford. You can make a tiny apartment your own. It doesn't mean it's a bad apartment. And sir, that is not a laundry room. That is not a laundry room, sir. Okay, when I hit rock bottom and was ready to throw in the towel, I had a revelation. What if there's a single skill that ties all these issues I'm having together? A master switch to success. This led me to uncover my holy grail, the 6-figure game plan. A formula and framework for hitting consistent 10K months in a coaching business. Is it 10K in profit? Is it 10K in revenue? Or is it like Daniel Ryan says, say you sign someone up for a payment plan that may equal 10K, say it's 2K a month for 5 months, and you don't actually have the 10K in your pocket yet, you have the 2K because of your payment plan, but that's not the same as having 10K in your pocket. You have 2K. And to make it a reality, I knew step 1 was becoming a more impactful coach with my clients. That meant creating a course my clients could go through without me to learn my fundamentals. I needed to learn to duplicate myself into digital form so that I was always available to my clients. I needed to create my foundational course. The problem was that creating a course was intimidating, and I didn't know where to start or how to structure it. The power of 3. Coaches to the power of 3. And of course, we have to duplicate ourselves, just like in MLM. But in the MLM context, duplication means your leaders, your people who you directly recruited, they're also recruiting others who are selling the product and recruiting others. But in this case, he's saying just because he's putting his foundational knowledge, his systems into a course, that means he doesn't have to actually sit there and go through the course with them. So he's duplicating himself. But one-on-one guidance when you're trying to build a business, I think would be valuable if it's someone who's actually qualified to help me build a business and gives me actual true value. So are you just saying all they need is the course and they don't actually need your coaching? Because I highly doubt that, because you would say, of course you need my coaching too, or else you're not going to find success. My house is pretty small at almost 770 square feet, and I love it. It's absolutely perfect for me and the animals. Yeah, my house before living in this house, it was a 460 square foot studio, and I loved it. It was a lovely apartment. It was small, but I had like divided in the middle of the room. One side was my bed and my dresser, and then I had space, and then I had my couch and a little table and my bookshelf, and it was cute because I had like living room over here, bedroom over here. I loved it. It was great. If I made it, I didn't know how to market it or offer it on my sales calls. I was scared it might not be good. And then it would let my clients down. Filming, editing, organizing, uploading. When was I going to do it all? It seemed like too much work. You just said we don't need technical knowledge or skills to build a course through your course, but we do because we're filming, we're editing, we're uploading. If we don't have background in it, that's going to be extremely challenging, and we're going to need more than 5 days, sir. Yeah, we don't need a big ass house to be happy. To make matters worse, my coaching business wasn't growing, but the bills were still coming in. I was doing everything one on one, selling my time, answering the same questions answering the same questions again and again. I was so busy staying afloat, I didn't have time or energy to get ahead. I was stuck. I knew creating a course wouldn't solve all my problems, but I knew it would make everything else easier or unnecessary and open up more opportunities. Why is spending time one on one with your clients a bad thing? Why are you saying I was selling my time and I needed to duplicate myself and spend less time with my clients? But then you're still going to sell the course. You're still going to sell your other training programs. So I don't understand. Yes, William, this is definitely the sob story. He was coaching from his laundry room in a small apartment. His coaching business wasn't growing, but of course, as an adult, his bills kept coming in, so he wasn't making enough money to cover his bills. And then he created a course that we're assuming, we don't know for sure, that we're assuming teaches other people how to create a course that teaches other people how to create a course, and so on and so forth. It's not scalable. None of this is scalable. You're right. There's Richmond with pictures probably of his old car. But again, just because your car's old doesn't mean it's not a cool car, doesn't mean it doesn't get you from point A to point B, doesn't mean you shouldn't be proud of your old car. Yes, the why. This is not MLM, but it's very similar. Making income claims very, very inaccurate, and what am I trying to say? Not inaccurate. Income claims that we can't actually verify, right? The rags to riches story, talking about how low income he used to be, how he couldn't pay his bills, showing us a picture of his crappy car probably. Say, look where I am now. I created my course teaching others how to create a course, and now I'm rich. He started his business from a laundry room. Okay, it doesn't matter where you started it from, man. Like, maybe you had a table in your laundry room you could do your work in. That's not more impressive than you starting it in your bedroom or on your couch. So he wasn't doing well at coaching, but teaches others. Great point. Great point. Who can blame him, Anastasia? He had to answer the same questions all the time. Oh, good heavens. Here we go with the sob story. Exactly, Tori. Who has an extra room for laundry? We do, but it's shared. Because, like, we're in the basement, and then there's, like, a staircase down, and then kind of, like, across from our door is the laundry room. That's shared, though. It's not just ours. This is it. Make it or break it. If you get this right, you'll finally have success in the palm of your hand. Mess this up, and you'll never get out of this hole. This was my single thought that ran through my head. My master switch to success became the highest leverage and more important actions for growth. So apparently, if he didn't create this course that teaches others how to create courses, he was never going to get out of his financial insecurity. He was never going to be able to provide for his family because, like, you can't get a job in an office. You can't get a job at a car dealership. Of course not. Your only option for income. I know it's hard to get a job, but your only option for income in this world is an online course. It's not like more traditional employment environments exist. I'm not stating it's simple to get a job. I know it's hard. But just like in MLM, there's always the black and white thinking. Either you are in an MLM and you're happy and you're fulfilled financially, emotionally, spiritually, or you are not in an MLM, you are hating your job, you have a horrible boss, and you have no money. There's no in between. Oh, oh yeah, I miss having a lunch room with a big foldable table. Oops. But at least he did have customers to make a business out of it. Yeah, not all of them do. You're right. And shoots from the bathroom. I never had laundry shoots in a bathroom before. That's interesting. The company that provides our back office software does trainings like this for free. What kinds of trainings? How to create courses? Is that what you mean? If so, that's super interesting. After a while, I noticed two things. You need to have a foundational course. Your methods and approach need to be documented and accessible by your clients if you want to quickly get your coaching business to 6 figures. After a while, I noticed two things. No, it's okay. That is a typo, but I'm not going to comment that much on typos. I started to see constant improvements in my coaching business, and you can experience them as well. Instead of spinning your wheels for months and years like I did. By now, you might have guessed what I did next. I set out to give my clients the same experience I'd had by giving them a focused and intense step-by-step blueprint with a single purpose. Guide you step by step in conquering one plateau after another. The program would have to be a paint by numbers program delivered live so I could answer questions directly. It would have to be easy to do and fit into a timeline of a few days, but it also have to have transformational results. I have a laundry closet. Oh, SEO marketing. Yeah. Interesting, because yeah, I've had jobs where I get very specific training that is unique to what I need to know at my job. You don't need to get marketing and digital training from a random business coach online. You don't. My laundry room is small, but it's functional and serves its purpose. So he got organized pretty much, because he took all the stuff that he's teaching his clients one-on-one, and instead of spending all that time answering the same questions over and over, he put it into his course. That's what he did. So he wrote down his approach. Oh, interesting, Jolene. Soon after that, the 5-day course creation challenge saw the light of day, and it's quickly becoming the most popular program I've ever offered. Turns out, creating my course was one of the best decisions I ever made for my coaching business. I had this challenge together, turning the light off. It's bothering me. I had this challenge together because I know that when you do what I do, I put this challenge together because I know that when you do what I and many other coaches have done, you're going to fall in love with your coaching business all over again. Other than creating your own course, what have you done? How did you make your money other than creating a course? Because you also didn't tell us what's in this course. So see here, let's zoom way in on this. Oh no, fuck, sorry for swearing. I literally just wanted to look at, I wanted you guys to see the award, the plaque he had in his hand. That was it. But I made it complicated. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's go back. See? Membership into the 2 Comma Club for earning over $1 million with ClickFunnels. Richmond and Tony K. 0.1 something LTD 2021. Okay, bye, Lori. Thanks for joining us. So nice to So this is the ClickFunnels Award. Remember, we learned about this a while ago, where if you get to $1 million in revenue with your ClickFunnels, you can apply. You pay money to apply. You apply. You spend, I think it was several $1,000s, $20,000, $25,000 a year, and you get this fancy plaque, and you're part of a unique and exclusive club of Russell Brunson followers called the 2 Comma Club Award. So yes, this friend is in the 2 Comma Club. Isn't that interesting? Richmond. I feel like there's so many of the big coaches are connected to Russell Brunson. This 5-day course creation challenge helps coaches and experts, we already read this, create their signature course in 5 days without using fancy equipment or expensive hosting sites. Thing is, the award can be bought for sure. And I wonder, this is just me thinking out loud, do we think that people could potentially, like, they could get their friends to purchase things through their funnel, or maybe they purchase things through their own funnel to help them get to the $1 million in revenue? Because what we learned in my most recent Russell video is that you just need to have a screenshot showing the amount of money that you've made from ClickFunnels, that we don't know exactly where the money comes from. However, for the different levels of the awards of the clubs, you do need to have a certain number of transactions. So the higher up you get in revenue, the more transactions need to occur within your ClickFunnels. There's a few things you should know about this challenge. It's 5 days. That's why it's called the 5-day course creation challenge. At the end of those 5 days, if you followed along and done the work, you'll have your signature foundational course created, and you'll be equipped with the strategies to market and sell your new course effectively. It's live. The trainings are not pre-recorded fake lives. I want to get to know you. I want to be able to answer your questions. I want this process to be easy, simple, and straightforward as possible. My number one goal is to help as many of you cross the finish line as possible. I feel like these are all the same word. I feel like we are trying to meet the word limit for the word requirement for an essay in high school. It's free. Wait, what? Yep, it's free. As you get to know me, you'll learn I believe the best way to grow a coaching business is by providing value in advance of a sale. I know this stuff works, and I know that if you go through this challenge and you use my strategy to create your course, then you'll probably want to keep working with me and see what else I have to offer. At least he's honest. He's like, this is free, and I'm going to try to upsell you later. You're going to have such an amazing time. You're going to want to pay for my paid courses, for my more high-ticket offers. Yeah, you guys understand. Just use smooth. Smooth, smoother, smoothest stir. Easy, simple, straightforward. Or just say, I want this process to be as easy as possible, or as clear as possible, as smooth as possible. Why do we need 5 words that mean the same thing? Yeah, not fake life. We've learned that in Danielle Ryan's videos too, where I think she realized that she was joining a webinar she thought was live, she thought was truly live, then she quickly realized that it was all fake, including the live chat underneath the speaker. It was all fake. It's free, but I'm going to use high-pressure sales tactics to get you to spend a lot of money to continue working with me, right? 1,200 plus coaches helped to start and launch, 30 million generated from our students online, 500 plus 5-star testimonials. From your who else are they working with, right? Because if they're also working with Russell, then at least part of that credit should go to the ClickFunnels. If they're also taking actual true business courses from a community college, then part of that credit should go to the community college. And it's also just their own autonomy as business owners, as people, that they were able to sell that much online. It doesn't all, you can't prove a cause and effect here. You can't. We can't prove that it's only Richmond's programs that led to 30 million plus in sales. Yeah, how many students? How many students? Great question. We do not know how many students. Okay, we're going to read all of these words, and I'm going to do a good job. Each day during the challenge, we will stream live into a Zoom room. All you have to do is head over to your email at the time of the call, open the Zoom link we send you, and we'll be streaming live. Don't worry, we'll send reminders too. What did William say? How many reviews in total? Were 500 or 5 stars? And how many of those reviews were actually real? How many of those were real? That's a good question. During these 90 or so minutes, Richmond will go in depth on the exact strategy he uses to help coaches and experts create their foundational course in just 5 days, while preparing them with the tools and skills they need to market and sell it. Engage with Richmond as well as fellow challenge members inside the private Facebook group as we help each other plan and execute on our course creation plans. Wow, Facebook group, that's so unique and innovative. We have never heard that before. And if you fall behind, don't worry. All the calls are pre-recorded and will be available to VIP members inside of the Facebook group. Okay, that should just be expected. That shouldn't be a flex because we should be recording the calls, because even if someone can watch it live, they may have more questions and they may want to go back and re-listen to things to make sure they understand it all. I feel like that should just be automatic. What do you guys think? By the end of the challenge, he does not like commas. By the end of the challenge, comma, you will have all the training and support you need to create your signature foundational course as a coach or expert, as well as all the tools and skills to help you sell it to new and existing customers or position it as an added value to your core coaching service. Are we learning from anyone else besides this guy? No, I don't think so. Seems like it's just Richmond, but these are all great questions. I'm guessing the tools will cost money and be heavily pitched during the free training. Probably. Oh, you mean these tools? Yes, I bet you. Can you imagine? It's this free course creation challenge, but you have to pay money once you're inside the Zoom room to get access to the software he wants you to use, or even to get access to the Facebook group, you have to pay money. So it's free to join the Zoom room, and then to actually do anything with what he's telling you, you need to pay. Interesting. Here is the challenge schedule. So this is a reasonable. Oh, the people are in Australia. They're not going to be able to go if they have to work. 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern. That's reasonable because that's after work for most people. Course creation secrets, course niche secrets, course delivery secrets, course marketing secrets, course selling secrets. I think he is from Australia. I think. Let's look it up. Where is Richmond from? Yes, he's from the Greater Sydney area. So he is Australian, or at least lives in Australia. Hello, Julie. How's it going? It's lovely to see you. So we are learning a lot in just 5 days. So we're not even spending the whole 5 days writing our course. We're just learning how to create a course, how to pick our niche, how to deliver our course, how to market our course, how to sell our course. So maybe in the first in these 2 sessions, we're actually writing our course. And then in these ones, we're learning how to deliver, market, sell. So we're apparently writing our course in just 3 hours, right? What do we think about that? That doesn't really make sense. But I'd rather find what I need online for free, at the library for free, or on Amazon for a fairly nominal amount of money. Exactly. YouTube certified is way cheaper. So he said he's had 500 plus 5-star reviews. We're not going to watch any of these because they all say the same thing. But my question is, are these people actually making a true living selling their course online? If they are, how long have they been doing it, right? How much revenue, how much profit are they actually making? And if they're trying to say, oh, I have 6-figure months, I have 6-figure years. Okay, is that revenue? Is that in total over the course of your entire business? Or is that also including other sources of income? Say your 9 to 5, or your spouse's 9 to 5, or your inheritance, or your lottery winnings. Because you can't verify it. You can't verify where their money's coming from, if it came just from following Richmond's course or if it came from other sources as well. Also, do you have other businesses? Do you have an Etsy business? Do you have a fulfillment by Amazon business? Because all of those things could make you a lot of money, and it's not very honest. It's not accurate to say it all came from Richmond's course. Here are some more. I'm sure the Australian tax office will be very interested in these 6-figure incomes. 3,150K client. That puts me to 9,810 USD in 10 days. Let's go. Woohoo! 12.5K Canadian dollars. First paid coaching client in my birthday. Signed a new 3K client this week, paid in full. And signed another lady to my group program, 22.5K. I adore serving another client, 3.5K. Okay. Flexing the overcoming objections muscle today, one-on-one on my sales call today, 3 new clients in less than 10 days, thanks to Richmond strategies. Your conversation and the content offered is absolutely worth the $97. Even in fairness, I only got to experience it via replays. If we're all just focused on providing a high amount of value to our clients and really transforming their life and their business, why are we focusing so much on the amount of money we're making? I understand we need money. This is capitalism. We need to feed our kids and keep ourselves and them housed. But why are we bragging about the amount of money we're making if the focus is on having an impact and serving our clients? Also, it seems strange, just like an MLM, that we are broadcasting our income in such a public fashion. I have never broadcasted my income online at all. I think that's a strange thing to do. With people that I know in real life, with my spouse, with my friends, sure, of course, if they ask, if we have that kind of relationship where we talk about income, that's totally fine. I just think it's strange, it's unethical when we're doing it in public with the purpose of bringing other people into this industry where we're being dishonest, where we're not actually making our money, making our living just through selling coaching programs. We're selling a lifestyle. We're potentially pretending that we are significantly more successful than we actually are, just so we can continue to get money off of our coaching clients. Y'all know how much I've learned about by Googling it or looking it up on YouTube? Ooh, like what? What have you learned? I'm curious. Or that is in the testimonial, the VIP course he tacks on just in case you really, really want to pay him. Good points. Yes, yes. How much were you making before in actual profit per month? And then a couple months after you started Richmond's course, how much are you making now in profit? Profit, sir, profit. Not revenue, just month by month. Yay! And we already read this. Okay, so I want to look at some of his other challenges, and then we can be done. We're almost done. Exactly. Sorry. I'm not going to be doing as much reaction videos on my channel anymore, and I always get thirsty talking for this long. So it's so awkward to have my little drink breaks. Okay, we already looked at the course creation challenge. It starts on February 26th of this year. Returning soon, the underdog challenge. How to win against all odds as an early stage coach. Being underestimated is your biggest competitive advantage. Starting as an early stage coach, competing against established names can feel like trying to climb Everest in flip-flops. Great point. How come Richmond will make me think that I too can be just as successful as him when he's had years in the industry? He has a big following. He has people who are very legitimate, who have relationships with him that will further legitimize his business. What makes me think that I can duplicate Richmond's success? I most likely cannot, because he has friends in high places like Russell Brunson and other big names, and it's going to be easier for him to get new clients than it would for me to get new clients. 5-ish hours, 5 times 1.5 hours is 7.5 hours. Is it really necessary to split that into 5 days as opposed to over the weekend? Great questions. I'm loving these questions. Why do we think he would want it over 5 days as opposed to a weekend? Maybe to make it easier for people to come, but then why would you have it at 10 a.m. Australian time? Because people are going to be working. But maybe he was getting a lot of, I can't commit to a full day course because I need to take care of my kids, which is fair. So instead he decided to make it really small sessions so more people could join. Or would it make it seem like it's more legitimate that it's 5 days instead of 1 day or 2 half days, right? You would think it's a repetition thing. What do you mean? Repetition. Oh, like he's just repeating the same lessons over and over again? Is that what you mean? Sorry. One of my May daytime running lights went out in my Jeep not long after I bought it. And when you know it, it was on YouTube how to change it. Oh, yeah. Super easy. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. You can do a lot on YouTube. You can learn a lot of things. And it gives people 4 days to come back after they bail the first day. Oh, okay. I think money works so good because it is a replacement for the desired outcome. I want to train 50 dogs for a dog trainer. It's not comparable to I want to teach people how to cook. Oh, so that's an easy way to show how legitimate your business is, because you're right, it's not quantifiable to say, I taught 5 people how to start their online business, right? No, I signed up 5 people and that led me to get 10K extra in monthly income. It's just easier to prove. I like that point. That's interesting. Okay. Where did your comment go, William? Oh, here it is. I meant if you go do something every day. Oh, okay. It adds a sort of commitment feel to it. Interesting. I like that. That's a point. He likes 5 days as it's more chances to push people to buy his bigger courses. Yes. Good points. You guys know your stuff. Returning soon. 5-day launch your first challenge. You want to have a challenge as a new business coach? Take my challenge and explode your coaching business. How to create, promote, and deliver a high-value, result-driven challenge so you can begin to attract new clients by demonstrating your expertise as a coach and providing results in advance. Oh, crap. I almost missed my mouth. Providing results in advance of the sale. So you're providing people with a free service. You get them to think they have results. You pretend that what you're teaching them is going to advance their business. So then they're going to want to pay you actual money to continue teaching them. 5 days in intro and chit chat to hide the fact that everything he has to say can fit into 3 hours. Or at least by going to the course every day, even if the course was vague, you feel like you put effort into it and therefore there must be something in it. True. You guys are so much smarter than me with this topic. I had no idea why he would want to do it over 5 days instead of like 1.5, but these are all great points. And look here, become a six-figure coach. Are you actually a six-figure coach? What do you mean by that, sir? But if it's only over 2 days, there'll be more time for reflecting on whether the course is useful. How many hours is it actually? So it's 1.5 hour sessions. Yeah, you could just do it over one day, can you? Because 1.5 times 5 equals 7.5 hours. That's like one day of work. The 5-day lead blitz challenge. How would you like step-by-step help getting new paying clients for your coaching business for free? Learning how to organically market yourself and become a better, more transformational coach is the key to capturing leads and turning them into clients. So that's all I have. What have we learned from Richmond? My brain is fried. We learned that creating a course is hard because you have a lot of insecurities. You feel like you don't know how to do it. You feel like you don't. I'm going to turn the light on because now I'm like, it's so dark in here. Let me turn the light on. There you go. It's a little less dark. It's challenging because you feel like you're insecure. You don't know if it's going to be a good course. You don't know if you have the correct technological skills. But it's also not challenging because you can do it in only 5 days. You can do it in less than 7.5 hours. And if you do what Richmond tells you, if you follow his instructions, you will be able to explode your coaching business. Now, we have to create a course that gives value in advance of the sale so we get people in the door and then we upsell them later, probably through high pressure sales tactics where we tell them that without our course, without our coaching, they will never be able to have the desired level of success in their business. What else? What else? What else? We learned that just like every MLM coach distributor everywhere, Richmond too has his own rags to riches story where he started his coaching business in a laundry room. And everyone's like, wait a second. You have your own room for laundry in a small apartment with a laundry room. That's how he started his coaching business. And we learned you have to take all of your skills, all of your knowledge, all of your systems, and put it into a course so you spend less time one-on-one answering the same questions over and over, and you're duplicating yourself and your knowledge and your skills so more people can be impacted by your teachings. What else? I feel like that was good. That was a good amount of learning. You probably have connections, for sure. For sure. Some people get more out of networking with other victims than the actual content. Well, true. What I learned is that I like people in the chat much more than the coaches you cover. Yeah, that's funny. They could be nice people. I just don't like how they're portraying their business and how they're making their coaching seem like it's guaranteed success. If you follow my coaching, you will make $100,000 in 1 year, not with no regard for people's individual personalities and skills and background. You must have connections. Oh, yeah, you must have connections to be able to afford to struggle for years. Good point, because there is a level of privilege that comes with having a business, focusing 100% on your business where you're not actually making enough revenue, enough profit to sustain yourself or your family. Did your spouse have a high income? Did you have family who were able to give you a loan? Did you have an inheritance? Oh my God. Were you given money by a family member? I can't speak. How are you able to struggle for years with very little income until your business was able to expand. Great point, William. So that's all I have for today. I really appreciate everyone watching this video. I'm going to start my Wednesday, Sunday schedule now. On Wednesdays, I'm thinking I'm going to do an MLM video. I liked what I did with the Damsel in Defense video, where we look at an MLM that's new to our channel and we review it, talk about it, look at the products, look at the if they have any income documents, look at that. I want to do those on Wednesdays, and then on Sundays, I want to do other kinds of topics. I'm thinking of doing an employment scam video on next Sunday. I already kind of put something together. I just need to get the flow of it properly in the order of my tabs and just read it more so I fully understand it. But I'm thinking I want to do that. So that's what I'm going to do from now on, Wednesday, Sunday, no more Friday. But I hope you guys can join me on Wednesday. It would be really nice to see you there if you're able to. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.